But
Okay,
again,
great.
you're filling an important role down here with veterans. Tell me how that you did originate from this area, and tell me how things are going here.
Yeah, things are going really wonderfully. We just expanded in the last year, and so we have I think it's more than twice the square footage that we had before. Have a lot of space in the back. We're going to be doing some remodeling later in the year to put in private meeting rooms and a conference room and things like that. So we actually will be able to provide meeting space for the Soldiers Project, which is an organization that provides free counseling to recent vets and to their families and to service members as well. And so folks that need some free confidential counseling in Pierce County will be able to get that.
Right. You and I were both in the Marine Corps, which is a small service. The Army and the Air Force are large services. You've got a lot of people down here that need help, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Joint Base Lewis-McChord is it's the largest base on the West Coast now. And so, we do GI rights counseling for service members, so helping them know what their rights are and what their options are, and kind of helping them fight for that. And then also the veterans benefits assistance, getting folks, the VA healthcare and disability compensation. And, one of the big things that we expanded the last year was doing discharge upgrades, because there's a lot of service members out there who, oftentimes have been deployed, come back, and run into some sort of issue, whether it's they're self-medicating with drugs or alcohol, having behavioral issues or health issues, and rather than giving service member the treatment they need, as soon as they get in a little bit of trouble, they just kick them out. So they have a bad discharge, can't go into the VA and get treatment or their disability compensation for their PTSD. So they just got all these other barriers and roadblocks.
And some of these folks are really bad off. I mean, they're the proverbial ticking time bomb, and because of their discharge, they can get no help from the government at all, even though they served.
Right, can't get any help, and veterans are overrepresented in the homeless population. In fact, women veterans are one of the largest, I believe the largest, or the fastest growing population of homeless folks. And the reality is all the benefits are set up in such a way that folks have to have an honorable discharge, which doesn't take into account kind of how folks ended up homeless in the first place, and the traumas and things that they experienced while in the military. And so we help everyone regardless of discharge status, making sure that we can get them on their feet and help out.
Appreciate that. Now, you know what I'm doing. I'm touring the nation talking about contaminated bases. I imagine to some degree that these health issues come up here too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, we've known service members whose children have been, born or have developed, have been born with birth defects or developed issues, due to, parasites and different things that folks have brought back. And then obviously there's, a lot of depleted uranium that's been used in Iraq and Afghanistan, and that definitely affects folks' health issues.
It's such a problem. I'm so glad to be able to visit with you today. I'm so glad that you're doing what you're doing. What's the best route for people to contact you and to?
Yeah. Folks can go to our website, which is coffeestrong.org, and they can also from there. There's also a link to be able to donate to support the work that we're doing.
Are there other places like Coffee Strong around near other bases that you know of?
There is a GI coffee house called Under the Hood, which is near Fort Hood in Texas.
Okay.
And then there's also a GI coffee house that opened in Germany relatively recently. So,
Good to know.
Yep.
I'm glad this extra support exists. Thank you for your time today.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.